talked about the ice maybe being the difference this morning. Was that the case?
Nope. It was our fault. We executed really poorly. We threw a lot of bad rocks out there tonight. I kept track early on. There was at least a half a dozen, and I'm probably being kind, that were missed out of the hand. It was just an execution thing. I don't know why we came out as flat as we did, and threw the rock as poorly as we did in some situations.
You're still in the playoffs.
Are we in the playoffs?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
Well, I'm assuming if we can win a game or two tomorrow, then we for sure will be. But this obviously takes us out of that 1-2 picture, which is where we wanted to be. But regroup. We were playing really good. We were throwing it pretty good coming in. As I mentioned, we've had some sloppy throws. Today we just had a lot of sloppy throws, and never really put any pressure on Bruce. I don't think there was any end where he was really scared. He had to make a double there, I think in the fifth end maybe. But outside of that, he was always looking at his own rocks in the rings when he was shooting. Quiet bunch here. Am I throwing you off with my answers?
No.
The execution's normally always sort of there, but against the top teams this week, it's been a little bit off at times.
Yeah.
Can you pinpoint what it is that's causing you to not get there?
I can't. If I could, we'd have it fixed by now. But you're right. Against some of the top teams, we have not thrown the rock as well as we typically do. And what's causing that, I'm not sure. But when you throw it poorly and you don't give rocks a chance, you're going to get burned because the top teams are going to follow it up with a made shot. And I thought Bruce's team did a really good job of that. Like, it just felt like we were fighting from behind right from the get-go. If he makes that first shot or his second shot, for two, then we're even more behind the eight ball. He let us off the hook there, and then he let us off the hook later in the game, and we still, we're never really had a chance to win.
That ninth end was there when he made the Robin roll for
Yeah.
you on the button. I mean, did you think you were lined up pretty well there?
It was. We knew we would always have that. To be honest, I thought with the ice conditions, I kind of gave it a 1 out of 4. Like, that was a hell of a shot. We could have played something to try and make it perfect, but I think more often than not we leave him a double. And I know with the conditions that they were right now, he'd rather throw a double than that in-turn draw. But you got to give him credit. He made a great shot. That was really tough. I think on normal Briar World ice, that's sliding good. He probably makes it 75%, and maybe we change our strategy. But with so much frost, we just felt he probably misses it more than he makes it. And with us trying anything else, we probably give him something really easy.
Did you think that it was there in 10? Like, just
we missed Mark's last guard. We just overslept it a little bit for a line and gave him access to the back one. If we get that one lined up, he's probably got to play a run back, and if he makes a mistake, the 3 was in play for sure. I thought we executed really well, other than that one rock on Marks, which we kind of overslept and kept it straight. We gave it a chance, but 3 in the last end against a team like that is pretty challenging. You need a mistake or two, and they didn't make it.
Brad, normally by this point of a bond spill, I know you'd like to be at a different level than where you're at right now, and it seemed like you were trending that way. So how do you reset after this when it seemed like you were trending a certain way and then you hit this rope?
Yeah, I think the hopeful answer, which is probably not the answer or the route we're going to go, is that we just kind of brush it off and hope the ice is a little different, because I think our bad throws were magnified by the ice conditions tonight. So if that goes back, we probably get things closer. But I think the more realistic solution is we're going to talk about it and attempt to make some changes, because we can't guarantee the ice isn't going to be like this on the weekend. I'm assuming there's going to be big crowds. We've had big crowds every time we played. There could be some moisture and humidity, and the frost might be there. So we've got to make sure that we throw the rock in a fashion that's going to give us a chance to make it. And throwing it soft out of the hand, you're dead out when you got frost like that. So we have to make that adjustment. Whether we'll practice tonight, I'm not sure, but we'll discuss it. But yeah, there'll be a conversation tonight.